AYASS. And therefore, and then you share the I didn't know share summer will be a good sense of some and one they can pass heaven and then we are back to the hell. Islam, Christianity, hell and heaven are heaven and hell are mostly taught in Islam and Christianity. Meaning it's Judaism from Mocha, like Islam and Christianity. Islam and Christianity, Mocha heaven and hell are the same meaning, the same line. Other religions don't enter heaven and hell. The most artists of heaven and hell, the meaning is different from their Christophonic worker. So good discuss a hell with a different. So Hindu cast a hell or heaven, it is quite different from this part of the world, Christianity and Islam. And it's like, we are Papa for heaven. We are Bonnie for hell. Fine. Papa ye, Bonnie ye. Masters never be a seer. Women I can't send you to home. Not Omoko. On the topic of this heaven and hell, to me, I will say above so we should be above those topics. Because you have to understand yourself before you start thinking about heaven and hell. Oh, in America, we need passport, we need visa. They make an audience. When you go to movie, you have not gotten the necessary requirements. You are thinking about America. What do I mean by this? One can say one thing who wants to see you are thinking about heaven and hell. Now, so what you want to see here, nobody will explain to you what heaven and hell is. So on your passport, no visa, when you be an abacatio, say no, when your passport, no yesika, and you've been a better say go apply. And as I apply on your visa, you've been a bacatio, so go to China. What you say? The after when you miss a no biana, I'm a teacher. Share America, you say, America, you say, America, you say, visa no cracka is I'm not bet show. Principles about getting visa and go to America. The most important thing is when you miss and to America, they make out here. And you know, whatever the person teaches, say, hear me because I'll still go to America. I know. It is what you want to say. You know what is heaven and hell now. Nobody should come and teach you and scare you. The mechanic what you see. So when you know the requirements of traveling, and you have been a lecturer of how to travel, or America or Belgium looks like this. No. Because when you have this and plenty ticket in there, you go. So then you understand what heaven and hell is automatically without a teacher. Now, yes, we are DNT. Let's go into Aquarian Gospel. Aquarian Gospel of Jesus the Christ, chapter 33. Jesus tried to explain heaven to people. Bible. And when you the Christ Jesus about this topic. The topic is Jesus teaches about heaven and happiness. Jesus teaches about heaven and happiness. After the topic or heading, you go to verse 1 straight.
Verse 1. In meditation, Jesus sat
silent.
In silent meditation, Jesus sat beside a flowing spring. It was a holy day, and many people of the servant caste were near the place.
Okay.
2. And Jesus saw the hard-drawn lines of thorn on every brow, in every hand. There was no look of joy in any face.
Repeat and repeat.
There was no look of joy in any face. Not one of them, not one of the group could think of anything but joy.
Repeat verse 2.
Verse 2.
Someone said, check the mic and I beg you. Maybe I might give me
Verse 2. And Jesus saw the hard-drawn lines of toil on every brow, in every hand. There was no look of joy in any face. Not one of all the group would think of anything but toil.
In verse 1, Jesus should do a meditation. This is what the story means. When meditation of home ran here, he saw two things. There were lines drawn of toil on every brow and every hand, as I say. When we say lines are drawn in the form of toils on every brow, as I say, it's English. And in their hands, so they were doing hard work. So they were doing hard work. Then, verse 3.
And Jesus spoke to one of
If I talk verse 2, the last part, not one of all the group could think of anything but toil. Hello? They were not thinking about anything. Verse 3.
And Jesus spoke to one and said, why are you all so sad? Have you no happiness in life?
Now this is the beginning of our topic. That is the beginning of our topic for today. This lack of so-called happiness, and Esther, even the greatest messengers of God, the moment they feel unhappy, it happens to almost all of them. But most come and fail because at a point they think they lack happiness. Because I understand an ninja, then I mean can't tell you no answer to why you catch it as a master. You hold something. But continues on because he thinks he lacks happiness. Now, what is the definition of happiness? Yeah, definition of happiness on a new and a said, we are not happy, but you don't even know what happiness means. Yeah, definition of happiness, and a man say we are not happy. But before God, the real definition of happiness, everybody is a happy man. Let's go.
The man replied, we scarcely know the meaning of that word.
Happiness will be answered. We scarcely know the meaning of that word because we know what is happiness, Say the church here. In church, the man he's not seeing that, so is he happy? So we still don't know. We scarcely know the meaning of that word. Let's go.
Return to me.
Yeah, bread and some bravo.
And hope for nothing else but toil.
We hope for nothing else but toil.
And bless the day when we can cease our toil and lay us down to rest in the blessed city of the dead.
Wow! Now the China said, "Dako, you're breading out to be chat." Then we go to the city of the Buddha. What is the city of the Buddha? That is why I call the Buddha land. Remember, Buddhism came before Christianity. They were not saying we were going to heaven. The Americans said we are going to the Buddha land or the city of the Buddha. And the Buddha man said, one day, then they die with the hope that they will go to the city of the what? Buddha. Yes, I didn't me go heaven. Saint in your boy, and they won't tell me. They are not an hour break. Now, according to a person in the church, if you know you don't have happiness, you are still praying for long life. What's one ninja? Now, I have an hour back when you then that alien go. Almost the any man said, you better one day we'll stop this trial and go to the city of Buddha land. They didn't say the city of Jesus before. Because at that time, that is a simple baby. So what are you telling me? That you are forcing everybody to follow Jesus? One of the identity is Buddha land, or the city of the Buddha. Maybe Buddhism, we're talking about Buddha land, where they occur the city of the Buddha. Yes. So there we talk about embankment of our faith. So that you don't miss the Buddha land. Now they are saying, then where do we go to? The city of the Buddha. Is it not interesting? Interesting. Let's fight.
And Jesus' heart was stirred with pity and with love for these poor toilets. And he said, "Now yes, you know, hey, you imagine my son, my brother, some my breast, and ye that. When you said the entrance channel was somewhere by now be friend Timo. My Madrian is somewhere Sadako number no matter the city of the Buddha. Now the Buddha queen. At that time, let it just know you. Now I can answer. I don't know what that. Jesus, why was Jesus pity? Now we do not priest at that time. I did not suffer now. Why did I did not suffer no more than Homa Nipano? Who did that? The so-called priests were not masters to open the way. And you are the ambassador of Babadi. Papa Mugovi. No Mazamba. No Makofi. Some when you name before. Said Deo and one sir. And I said me 3 more day. And I'm in India. Sana be ya dia. And I said me 3 more day. And I'm in India. The Mepanse won't say Babiti me ameno. And answer me dada, nothing can correct. Then me 3 more next and you're correct. But I have pity on you people. And I'm about to say, and I want to we are running the that is the aspect of what Jesus is doing. Now I'm more Brahmin town your day. Now, Mintown your day. First, you can say by force, Scano. But yet, the make out here say, when I'm in Sancho and Pescasi. When I'm in Sancho, so to take a step beyond your number of it means I have pity. Do you see something here? Verse 6.
6.
Toil should not make a person sad.
Read again, repeat, and call.
Toil should not make a person sad.
And you might know a bread and this many pirate when Yansa Manasan is up. Toil should not make you sad. Let's go on. This is Jesus the Christ talking. This is the master, not just a priest. Go on.
Men should be happiest when they toil.
Wait.
When hope and love are part of toil, then all of life is filled with joy and peace. And this is heaven.
The battle repeat verse
6.
Repeat. You can't repeat again. Repeat.
Toil should not make a person sad.
Toil should not make a person sad. This is Jumadema available.
Men should be happiest when they toil.
So,
When hope and love are back of toil, then all of life is filled.
When hope and love are back of toil, then all of life is filled with joy and peace. And this is heaven. Who can explain this? This is English. One sentence. Simple English. Come and let's go to school. After school, we shall go and buy food. That way you will understand. Welcome to school and become a 6-letter word. This sentence I'm sure you can explain. And what say? Say verse 6 me word. When hope and love are back of toil, then all of life is filled with joy and peace. And this is heaven. What does it mean? What it? What money who brain, what team, what bamboo, who can't be beer that was who couldn't be a little chin in the can, couldn't be in the was if it is bad with hope and love, say, and it does so. Any odor can will break one year. Then there is joy and peace. What is the difference between joy and peace? And and this is heaven. What does it mean? The person will say, Wajuma demu, wayadiemu, wamani hunumu, within sayemu, wukomu. When there is joy and hope within this, though it is a difficult task, you are in heaven because there is joy and what? Peace. So what is heaven? What define? What is heaven? Heaven is just a state of peace and joy. As a, what do I say? Heaven is a state of peace and joy. So what? 1,000 Ghana will see how you feel. It means you are in heaven, the boy. Okay, we shall test you when you have one city with you. Will you enjoy? Now, say want to me and you're happy with one city. I'm not saying getting one city is good. Apostle just said, when you back one city with joy and hope, someone need to be that sure. Jenison be miracle. We have no. The one here can go to me, no, and found what heaven away there, open. So he has defined heaven. Heaven is a state of joy and what? Peace. That is heaven and what? It was.
Do you not know that such a heaven is for you?
But what is
Six for last.
So don't you know that such as heaven is for you? And to put them say heaven and joy and peace is for you. We look at their answer. One heaven is peace and joy. Are you sure that's an name? No, heaven is not peace and joy to you, but I am saying, I'm standing, I'm wearing the shoes of Jesus. I'm telling you today, heaven is peace and joy. There be a way moving heaven. There be a way moving heaven. There be a way moving heaven. From 24 hours in a day. How many times because you feel you are not happy? And you almost why you go to heaven. We are also born a prophet. So that your best can go to heaven. When you have taken yourself out of heaven every day. Look at us. What Jesus said. So don't you know that such heaven? Heaven be peace and joy. Oh, listen to the answer.
Verse 7. The man replied,
Good.
Of heaven we have heard, but then it is so far away, and we must live so many lives before we can reach that place.
Hello! Heaven went, hey, so far away. What's heaven there yet? It is far away. But we must live so many lives before you can go to heaven. Now this is the concept. And the Buddhist concept, they believe in reincarnation. So the soul comes and takes another body to continue the work, to reach perfection. The other two I want to say, it is not easy to reach perfection out of this life in the world. Yes, I will come back and to heaven they are you. Everyone. Almost like you see so many lives and something there, Saka. The Nipa or bread or toilet or bread, we are sure that I have one or catching so we will ask our father, no iron on Slovenia. Was it? Repeat number 7. The man replied,
Of heaven we have heard,
heaven they are taken.
but then it is so far away,
And what?
and we must live so many lives before we can reach that
He said
place.
so many lives and some are for heaven. And Jesus said in verse 8.
Jesus said, My brother, man, your thoughts are wrong.
I am Lord AYASS Baba is telling you the thoughts of the whole world about heaven is wrong. It is wrong. Go on.
Your heaven is not far away,
Good.
and it is not a place of myths and bounds. It's not a country to be reached. It is a state of mind.
The Muslims will say Allahu Akbar. Or Kasam. Repeat encore. Repeat. Say, read this once more. This is heaven. Go on.
And Jesus said,
Yes, you say,
My brother, man,
Uh-huh.
your thoughts are wrong.
Mimia, Bama, what general, and you're correct. Uh-huh.
Your heaven is not far away.
Abafo amuti heaven and wow, and Nikosobu, and Afghanistan, It is not far away.
It's not a place of nets and bounds.
And yeah, baby, our boundaries so dumb.
It's not a country to be rich.
The patch and yeah, UK, and yeah, Belgium, and yeah, Israel, and yeah, Togo. It is not a country. It's not a country means it is not a place to be reached. No one will send me to Clanco. It is not.
It is a state of.
Thank you very much. One next. Namaskar. Faram Pitalabaki. Then we say Allahu Akbar. It is what? State of mind. Upon we have not teacher as well. And it had our teacher as well. You baby, one should be a Sunday. One hour person where they were heading us or heaven. Well, so what is it? In a simple, so I have two definitions here. Heaven here. And it's here. Any assumption. Heaven so one dream. It is your state of mind. The one dream you will see and no heaven. Yet here, when you break eggs, one day, who be a one day, one glass at Chimaka to see what. You mean, shall I can as we sit here. Then we say, so what can heaven that you. Once I know Krumpanka, it is not true. Hypocrisy. Verse 9.
Verse 9.
Good.
God never made a heaven for man. He never made a hell. We are creators and we make our own.
Wait. Repeat it encore.
God never made a heaven for man. He never made a hell. We are creators and we make our.
Last week, what was our topic? Last week topic then. You are your own God. So you create whatever happens to you. Mostly. You create. What's it? God never made heaven for man. He never made heaven. Hell. That's a good human. You dare to be three much. Would you engineer and then be the usual name of Mrs. Sunset or Susan? More heaven anymore. You are looking at my face. Young many baby so. Say, Sandy, I sent a major out. So we are born at your best at heaven. Because nobody want to die bad, you boy. The young one as a unique at yourself from some Zubai. Become heaven, because it's sanity. Or say, God never made heaven for man. He never made a hell. We are creators and we make our own. He only created a heaven any day. 10.
Verse 10.
Oh.
Now, cease to seek for heaven in the sky. Just open up the windows of your hearts, and like a flood of light, a heaven will come and bring a boundless joy. Then toil will be no cruel task.
Mamin, come away to the camera. Now cease to seek for heaven in the sky. Munja is a heaven, just open up the windows of your hearts. Makuma moon fencing, ponomum pie, and like a flood of light. And to say, Kania Yato, a heaven will come and bring a boundless joy. Now, Kania be back to say heaven, a realm, then toil will be no cruel task. Now, so when you're Santia Sena, Abrabomans and summon how, and yet a Juma dance at Timodia Juma. Because you have understood that when you open Ubi a white dream, no Akuma, assume Japanese Kania do realm, so that is heaven. 11.
The people were amazed and gathered close to hear this strange young master speak.
Oh, the cancer and the family where were if you are sassy or cassasam. Now, Crofono was at here the age you only one. No master at a bois. No, I must say Jesus were your fine young master. He was less than 30 years. They were amazed at the young master. He was less than 30 years. They were amazed. No more than said, heaven or real baby, and that you move up. No more real. What you say? Now you should say this out. It is this. I don't tell myself. What tell myself, you know, I am one. So they started coming close to him. 12.
Imploring him to tell them more about the Father God, about the heavens that men can make on earth, about the boundless joy.
Afomuka omba Yesu akati hey, Nyankopon trudo na asam kyerɛ pa. Heaven na wo kyerɛ se bit menya na asase so ha. Ene boundless joy, ene gia ene ewiye no. Kyerɛ yɛn. Omuyira fi so omunsem afaba. Omuyira fi so omanim nyina nyinya. What is oma bre, oma sabe, oma bubu abo sa papa abo. Now they have forgotten about the 12 being cruel. Now, oma ku said Yesu kan ene wo. So after this, Oma Papa and Bono with happiness. And yes, sir. Let's go on.
Verse 13. And Jesus spoke a parable. He said, a certain man possessed a field. The soil was hard and poor.
And of all, and as some of you air trees, Miss Ramo, I became Montieni Yepa. And as some of our war enemy, na found whom on power. Because women is an as the same mother. You move it there, you are doing repeats the parable. Matthew chapter 13, Jesus was talking about parables, and he talked about the treasure. Now, according to Gospel chapter 33, this same Jesus is talking about parable, and he's talking about the treasure. Go on, repeat.
And Jesus spoke a parable. He said, a certain man possessed a field. The soil was hard and poor.
Papa, you know, assassin, and assassin, not fertilizer, you should be by
constant toil, he scarcely could provide enough of food to keep his family from want.
And I'm assassinating into or not by any body, any bank, and by you.
One day, a miner who could see beneath the soil, in passing on his way, saw this poor man and his unfruitful field.
Dako, man, be obi or two gold. Or Nama or blue by the assassin was a man who could do what?
A miner who could see beneath the soil.
One and does a miner, obi or two who the assassin said what?
In passing on his way, saw this poor man and his unfruitful field.
Papa, be aware near to say a good year assassin. Papa, na assassin, Diana, we hear me as you ain't down. Go.
He called the weary toiler and he said, my brother, know you not that just below the surface of your barren field, rich treasures lie concealed?
He called the weary toiler and said, my brother, know ye not that just below the surface of your barren land, rich treasures lie concealed? Minia, assassin, with the outer banjo, embo. If you wouldn't say below, just below, the word is just below, it's not even fact. One can say deep below the earth and the land of what? Was it just below? You wouldn't say a good deal or what to many you wouldn't him. Now, I say, Coso, hello, me back. Was it treasure lie concealed? Yet, yes, ye. And you wouldn't say treasure do our assassins just below. Ah, yet, yes, ye. It is hidden just below the land. Aren't you aware? Go on.
17.
Yes.
You plow and sow and reap instantly, and day by day you tread upon a mine of gold and precious stones.
Was it the beer? Good dear, a swan, Makucha, Kakre Binibois. Then so wouldn't say day by day you tread upon a mine of gold and precious stones. And two women said they be all the 988 and gold. So are you not aware? Human being, are you not aware there's treasure in you? Nipa would take two women said this. Wouldn't him? For Sarana more treachery. Anybody who commits suicide will pay the punishment 3 times. Because they said they do go as I see a mouth. No idea. No one say go on.
This wealth lies not upon the surface of the ground.
Yeah.
But if you will take away the rocky soil,
Oh.
And dug down deep into the earth. You need no longer till the soil
for naught. This world lies upon the surface of the ground. Mesrel, Mimia, Uda Bantia, Embo, Bonumbo. Sa Budiana make an AYASS and say. Say, Utu rocks and no das in a coffin kakra. Ah? You will no longer till the soil for naught. Like I said, Uti Jas in a coffin kakra. And Cobasso Bay, Jumahuni be a boy. I said to say, because you don't want to be a boy. Nipa would hear me. Honamana, they be a wound said no. You just see yourself as this. Why would you? Who was sass and said no any? You don't want to go deep in you. One person will go, me too for say. So too, a poem more. And young wawuni, you see a hidden treasure. But what you say? What you say? Verse no. Verse 30, the first sentence, Kanakakraka, shout. 19, verse 19, shout.
The man believed.
One shout.
The man believed.
Who stop? The idea came now, if you don't believe, it's nothing. The man believed. Maybe someone net. Who could have fool? Our face. Who dog, bro? I think be a grown more. I think be a grown more. In fact, under 15 years. Now, Papa, be a free to be quiet. Now, then, I wear a pencil. Now, dog, bro, Embo. Yeah, you go from. Now, I go good, and then I got him say about the net to make sense. Young master got him say, my. You go from. Ubenya treasure, Ubejebi. What the wooden sacks has on a bonnet bunch, and more. You go from Abenya Bayan as a grower, say. Ubejadi, you not believe, because the wooden man is assassin, and the blood will be work. But then the man believed. So if you believe, that is the starting point. Since I'm asking you, me say, this is a name to make us say. This your body is just a land. They be a more body than the papa. I'm not talking about lifestyles. You are not using your body to, you are not digging deep into your body. Now, a good year you are going to move why? Maybe some Mujidi.
Yes.
Mujidi? Yes. Then let's continue.
The miner surely knows, he said, and I will find the treasures hidden in my field.
I want to say, who is talking? The poor farmer. Was it the miner surely knows? And he has said, so I found that hidden treasures in my field. Meaning said, miner, Papa Nightingale is only into a bed of a fish. Let's go. 20.
And then he dug away the rocky soil.
And the other kind of assassin our boss will deliver. And
deep down in the earth, he found a mine of gold.
Or quite seka crano, who said Sikako for the Esoko. 21.
Jesus said, the sons of men are toiling hard on desert plains.
Yes, you are trying to say, so you are an answer between say Edo, say Edo, but being caught not will be right. Do you know if there's an name and answer someone I said, send the boy. Yes, you don't on trending so when one has started. Jesus said, the sons of men are toiling hard on desert plains,
and burning sands and rocky soils are doing what their fathers did, not dreaming they can do aught else.
The independent man said, Yabo Bracoba, yeah, they are one neighbor to me. Said the papa, papa, yeah. Said the men and yeah. Said the nanum be yeah. Our mind has self-realization. What I say, I will put Jumanoba, or put Jumanoba, or put Jumanoba, no, yeah, Juma. Maybe I know see that Dakona or Pop. Sana a bimu, Yada share the air. And then I'm here, or man yashi. Or man yashi, just so man realization and some boy, and so move you. So Jesus is teaching us. 22.
Behold, a master comes and tells them of a hidden wealth.
Never Sunday Abrabon Sitiano. Now me, Master be back. Master and the Betram said, there is a hidden wealth, A good dear be our womb, out of work, assassin I can, and your papa no an assassin your body. But I'm telling you, that said, you are good dear be womb and you can muscle.
That underneath the rocky soil of canal things are treasures that no man can count.
The part of rocky soil and gives a canal things. Rocky soil and I can usually canal things, physical things. Monamunia man, a canal, was deep within the canal things, deep within the canal body, there are what? Treasures that no man can. What a treasure you can't even count. I hope you understand. 23.
That in the hearts the riches gem are found.
The Bacho Akumu and riches any day.
Riches gems.
Umu and a ye Kessia by a war.
That he who wills open the door and find them all.
Measure home, like as a near by force. The open may open the door and find them all. A good year, baby, Nipa Kumu, Nipa Kunam Susu, the old Penno, who be it Pronobede, Mensabeka.
And then the people said, make known to us the way that we may find a wealth that lays within the hearts.
And Uncle Father said, oh, Bra, you should. Bra, we're young guy, who is a master. The old chair, Miss Ray, and they tell quite a bit in your two side and so there are three things here. And for number one, so we land in the boy. Number two, so been a bachelor say a good year with me boy. Number three, I'll say would you be the boy. Number four, they have to make a request. Say Angelo. I hope you understand. One process. Make a request, say Angelo. I don't know much almost using the Angelo. And then what? 25.
And Jesus opened up the way. The toilet saw another side of life, and joy became a joy.
Now, yes, he opened the way. Now, a breath, another side of life. They saw another side of life. Then a breath, I didn't say a prayer. Whatever you go through. It is just an obstacle. Say Emma into assassinating them and Coco. And the minister is to do. So I'll fight. As a matter of so I'll fight. Then you fight and toil, and then you see the hidden treasure. Was it yes, yeah? Then they saw something. One of the some question about chapter number 25, verse 25. One final one kind, they can't ready go. You read verse 25 around, aloud. Ready, go. Who can ask me a question from verse 25? What kind of some what kind twinkle little stars? And I some what can some of bet yes. Who understands it to ask me a question? Yes. Mike yourself. Thank you very much. They saw another side of life. There, it means the master gave them a technique. Simple. Technique, spiritual practice, and nipa subanti. You catch it. Technique is not about mantra. Technique is not about understanding one. Technique, and you can't ever show you some mantra. Technique, and you can't ever show bomb high in Jesus throw money in this. Then they saw another side of life. So what they would do is, so for Papa bonus or Brecra, what kind of side of life, then in the end of the world. How many times I use on Diane, yet try saying, hello? How many times I saw that you be a mood battery? How many times? Wouldn't you say you have seen another side of life? Now, I'm nearly a put her back, then we forget. The man, what you say? That's what you say. How many times I also die with a JB and then can send me to the mood when it's here when you have the me power for them as I die be willing. Now, I didn't know money wouldn't really be out any unity. A back one kind of saddle. You have seen the other side of life, but you fail to keep it in remembrance. So you put yourself in hell. The opposite of heaven is hell. What's heaven is something which is a state of mind only. The twin brother or sister is also a state of mind, hell. Hello? What should I say about openness in faith and mission? Next church to be a band of dead and AJ. The wife and also like who by Anna woman. Putting yourself in hell here. Who by another so Genesis connection in ye. What another so Genesis Yabu Mu. Why another so Genesis only once in the castle only once in the middle. I'm not saying that. But I was in no with 101 being now. Oh, some of you have decided a check into it. So it is your own mind which is putting you to hell. God has not made any heaven and hell for anybody. We are creators and we make our own heaven and hell. Understood? We are. Musuba me. You are in hell. We are message so. Some insurance Pamaka said, do best say or more. Who best say, Mopana will live. We are not just saying, yeah. Jatana Marco hell. As this year, no man, no be Urana. Not to be 5,000 Ghana. The person has put you in heaven and why. But there's danger. Both sides of the coin and yet permanent. Don't cast a blade now, about 1,000 Ghana should go to. When in the drunk as a blade, not our 5 scenario, okay. None of them is permanent. Maybe not in Tumika, don't in Tumika. Maybe you can't drop in Massamasa, don't mean fact. Maybe not as out to Kai. Who do Canana Vogo or chair, the basket club on a more. And so many can be able to, I'm not in heaven and I. They make out the chance. You should still be in heaven, wouldn't it be? If you say, what should I say? Who will so be the dinner with him? No, half man, half male, and female. And I can't say, oh, you see, but now say, no be from dream. Now said, you are sure no better with Yandia. Then you are putting yourself in hell. You have seen another side of life. You have seen other side of life, plenty of have, but I'm a wouldn't near drinking tea, no matter what you they make an what you say. What you say? Then I fair. Some which mean a Jimmy Jenny said. Now my young business and I'm say. And I made checks and go about life. It was none about any scripture. No more it was about life. None number Tiakasa. Abum. Young Tina said, oh, why am I Jim Martin chance? And the man of them go for hell. Shiame, and you grow. Just learn from me and grow. Then become one just make yourself happy. Make yourself happy. What is prison? Prison is what baby are boundaries. I won't even pay. Mama, one of my in prison. Well, so what they was one day. Want to want to not do things so. Want to camera. The idea was that I'm saying yes. Okay. But then above you just react. You react unconsciously. So I put myself in hell temporarily. So yes, minimum somebody I say. What did I say? You do that, you are harming yourself, you are helling yourself. It is hellish condition. So in the time was in Nichinshoso Buddhism, we say the first one of the worlds, the first lower world is what? Hell. A state of an uncomfortable life, an uncomfortable state of mind, and yet state of life. There is an uncomfortable state of mind. We don't have an uncomfortable state of mind. So what I hear back when I'm doing trial, so what I do, sir. So one time, yes, and I'm doing yes, I want to do, sir. Who was it, sir? Into one generator, so you're comfortable. Minim saw to the meeting, I said, Miss Ankabi. Miss Ankabi. Pounds on Papa 3 cents. Pounds and found. Because why didn't I say, sir? Would they sell? What's happening? Why didn't I catch you? To me, I made the 3, I mean, you know. No, I would dare 7, I would, you know, 1 pound a hand. But no one ever help. But no one ever help. Then you are going to be Saturday. They might have their back. They mean, you know what that. Mean, you know what that. Was else they be up as also Saturday, no. Into 1 year and a word, you know, no one ever help. Now, so when the machine to best service and the at the back and now, me catch us and never over and a museum. As you said, the vehicle meeting and never over. And I'm saying, who person will be able to answer was not that the work of Busana and what they can make the dick. Minimum 1 hour here. Minimum 1 hour here. I hope you understand. That is why we say the state of mind. And you must. I dear there was and there one day we'll talk about how the mind leads us through delusions and distraction. I was a when I was our children, I said, I watched the catcher. Honest watching, I'm not at that time. Now, so what you not here. And you know, say I'm taking photos of that, and I'm not here. And what is that to judge? Now, I watch you and I'm not here, not the big issue. Who bought a mass in the world? So who is in hell? It is a state of mind. The American audience, it is a state of mind. And therefore, that is what happened. Now we are simple. Then you can live comfortable in this world. And both. Bibia when you should be when you should be over here, the old young and over Gideon was a one toll is back with what? Hope and what? Peace and joy. And love. One time, I mean, verse 1 and joy and what? Peace. Where sure? Where sure? And I was saying,
when hope and love are back of joy, then when hope and love.
Let me call love joy. I said, no. When hope and love are back of joy, of toil, then Amanuguna will come. So the Gideon of dog evermore. Then what?
Then all of life is filled with joy and peace.
Yes, so with hope and love you get peace and joy. Look at your mathematics. Hope and love is equal to peace and joy. Hope and love is equal to peace and joy. Hope and love is equal to peace and joy. Maybe when it does so what Doma who said Baye, into Manicra strategy, but I'm what I say. Now, me into a Baye, the you are starting into a didn't you want to what to help. Hello? Agreed? What am I saying? Maybe because you, but I'm saying learn from me. Because I'm learning from the masters. Because I am young. Anything be able to react piano and your permanent to what's the American? Huh? Mrs. Say, when I say permanent in there. So because someone and we are not permanent. We call it Obia wadene we are not permanent. Una da sujino. Say I always say bibi see ya ka say bi adu be kwa say una permanent me boy. Go and see some previous. Go and see something has some prisoners are happy. But question does not say so what? What our flat in Mondi. What our flat in Mondi. In fact, put me on that call. upper kitchen. The AC classrooms, you can put in this corridor. If you can put our veranda, they make out here say. If you put in dash of one not prison, one that. In fact, not even prisoners, not with the Duma one, his wife, one that. Wouldn't be I want to mean that, apart from what problems. And I said, yeah, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7 behind the adult, apart from disease. It is because what can depend on and South Bumas and our general. Catch them many way. Many would not say anything said, I am the wreck of my sleep. Depends where they come from. And you wouldn't want our help. In fact, poor help. And the other don't smile. Men say, and now I go to look for help. If we are start marking you, you have been helping yourself all around, all along. They make an out here say, what do you want? Then I'll pay. Then I will yan. Then I will share. Then how? You are your, whether it will be good, it will happen or not, depends on say what catch or say. The I'll back it with love and what? Joy, with hope. I'll back it with hope. And then what? Love. Then I'll have joy and peace later. Mathematics is nice. It's not nice, it's not simple. When you pass assembly down. My son then the baby, not so tell baby. When the time comes, you solve the case. As some come with your nation, put on Pokamasa. That's why I do not know you. After nation, never do well when you are for the public Nakasa. You have realized yourself because of the case. Come on, director. And of what a year. I didn't know some number we must show. I know we must show. Now, sometimes the same way poison. The greatest poison in this world is I am Shisha. I am poison. You must show. Do you know the amount of hormones released into your system destroy your organs? Huh? When you get MCJ, you get MCJ cool, you get MCJ Jame, the Jatana back, who the MCJ pull up the gate Jame, out of Casanoa, the why. It is out there who want to meet the answer hormones, and they are active. Now they are talking about them, they are the someone you want to them. Now you must show, then you misuse the hormones. Man will believe in another. These are the causes of problems in this world. I didn't guess all the other papa. I won't box young or dressing room. Hey, we come to this and what? Or do you know that I said, can you get him? Now, who must not start to attend the why? Or the body £2 million. Just our hormones now, you don't know more than get the old year. Put on a real show. I didn't tell who the person you so where you find clear like you. Meanwhile, we are more than one who will be an away marshal. Now we are marshal. Now we are marshal. Stop. Oh, you anybody, my dear, the law of comments against the person. Is that your case? As a lawyer, at the Samna was it. Go for it. You have been 10 years. No, I got 10 years, 10 years. We are 15 years, nearly 15 years. Why did Mrs. Law of come actually pardon because of why you be over. But one can come and will come here and then cast yourself. And you also come out and cast yourself. You also create come out with yourself. That is heaven. That is heaven. Heaven and hell. And of what? That is practical spiritual life. I'm not talking about practical Christian or practical Islam. We are in a spiritual world. We are in the aquarius world. No religion is needed. The only religion which will be needed will be the religion that talks about spirituality. No. Heaven and hell for what? Matthew chapter 30. Jesus attempted to explain what heaven is and what kingdom of God is. What one necessarily say, because besides then heaven, you not one necessary. Because a new crow and I'm defining boundaries on the world. But better necessary. Yankopon Mwai. Na enye dynamic quotation in Europe. The Bhagavad Gita says, the great man, and you be both in sadness and happiness, is still the same. And he used the word equipoise. E-Q-U-I-P-O-S-E. Pose means your posture. Equi means the same. Say no what to me. Say the year to me. I am still me. They make out here say, was such a person is a great man. Now we say we are not able to follow. When it ya usubanko, wherever usubanko, Fide chia boa, lusunko, Ujano swa, lusunko, Asam tua, usunko, and Asama dance to when it yoko. If I talk to the maintenance, someone ya Santi Asena, a big guamo, not what me I develop spiritually and then physical. For 2.4 boy, you are say, no, my sons and me. Why? Nenya Santi Asena. Asunjanka ina. Oneness.